2025. Will we see the Elder Scrolls 6 after that very successful... Oh gosh, the Oblivion Remastered release was ridiculously successful. I think it surprised everyone. I mean, did it though? How many times was Skyrim re-released over the years? Several hundred times. And each time it was really successful. Even Todd Howard said, you know, we'll stop releasing it once people stop buying it, you know. And that was a bit of a meme because I think he could have just released it again and sold even more copies. But Oblivion Remastered also sold really well. And there's still, I think there's more people playing it than Starfield right now. So I'm thinking, what are we going to see, if anything, from Bethesda in this showcase? I'll talk about Elder Scrolls 6 in a moment, but I think that this may be... It will be this year or next year that we see new Starfield DLC. It's kind of been like radio silence on Starfield. I really don't know what's going on with the game. It'd be cool to see another DLC. I liked the new direction they were taking the game, especially adding vehicles. I feel like that game needs something else added to it, you know? Almost like a new mechanic, like with exploration, that has kind of like a, I don't know, like a roguelike element to it, or something that just adds to the exploration for me and makes me want to go and explore planets again, or even builds on the settlement system as well, because that wasn't even a feature I used in the game. So I'd love to see something for Starfield. I think if we saw an Elder Scrolls 6 announcement before we saw like the new Starfield DLC announcement, it's kind of like shows, okay, they're going with Elder Scrolls 6 now, that's the new direction. I think that as soon as we see, like, I think in terms of the Elder Scrolls 6 and what we'll see today, I'd be very surprised if we do see something, but we might see what they did for Starfield. So when they kind of showed like an in-game engine trailer of like, this is the creation engine 2, and this is kind of what the lighting and everything looks like. It looks really cool. And it was a big step up from what we saw. And we might see that for the Elder Scrolls 6, but I'm also not sure if they're even ready to show it yet. Part of me thinks that the whole Oblivion Shadow Drop thing was kind of like a bit of a test for Todd Howard's theory of always him wanting to being like, how can I minimize the time between announcement and release? He'd love to just drop the game and say it's out now. And I was right with that prediction that was going to happen. I can't believe I was right. Part of me was doubting myself, but it happened. And that was really cool. But I think that if we saw something today for the Elder Scrolls 6, it would be like 2026 release date, right? But I don't think it will get released next year because GTA 6 is coming out next year. And you might think, oh, but that's not a fantasy game. But it's GTA 6. Like, so many developers I was speaking to internally were saying like, oh, we're delaying our game around the date of whenever GTA 6 is coming out. So they announced when it was coming out next year, I think in May. But I think everyone's going to be comparing that game to the future games and just spending money on it. So people don't want to release their game anywhere near it. So I think if we don't see even a teaser for the Elder Scrolls 6 today, I think there's a chance we'll see it next year, and then it will be a 2027 release. Obviously, according to the court leaked documents we saw, which if you go off all the dates in that document, that's how I predicted when Oblivion Remastered was going to probably come out this year, based on that document. We also got Doom Eternal. We can pretty much predict when the Doom Eternal DLC is going to come out, based on that document as well. It's pretty much been like, you look at that document, you delay everything by a couple of years because of the pandemic and what happened with COVID, and it's been pretty accurate so far. But you know, with the Elder Scrolls 6, that's such a big game to come out. I think that they'll play it by ear a bit. So I don't think it will release even necessarily in the same year as GTA 6. We'll see. We'll see. So I reckon we might see a Starfield DLC today, but at the same time, I'm like, maybe we won't, because they've got an Outer Worlds 2 showcase directly after this, and it would almost be like Xbox stepping on their own toes by like releasing kind of like two similar sci-fi games. I don't know. But Outer Worlds 2, I'm really excited to see that from Obsidian. The first game I really enjoyed. It felt like a game that if they had more budget, it would be even cooler. Like, it felt like it was like a really good proof of concept. I didn't play Avowed. I didn't even get a key for Avowed, which was really weird. So I can't really comment on that. But I saw a lot of people had really mixed feelings about that game. It was the kind of game I'd love, but I was so in Kingdom Come Deliverance when it came out, because I got like a month early access to it, that I was not going to drop that game for anything. And man, I need to go back to Kingdom Come Deliverance because they released some new DLC for it as well. And I hear maybe this year we might get something else. That's another topic. Doom the Dark Ages, yes. Wasn't that the new Doom release? I didn't play it yet either. Do you think we'll see Fallout 76? Well, they've got Fallout 76 in the background. Will it have a visual update? I mean, if this isn't a visual update, what we're seeing in the background here, I don't think you would lead with this kind of cutscene here. So, I don't know. I haven't played Fallout 76 since launch, to be honest with you. So I really can't tell you a lot about it. Did I miss the trailer? No, it starts in 6 minutes. So you're good. Have Bethesda not abandoned Starfield? There's still like mod creators creating stuff for the game. So I don't really know like what the plan is for the DLC. But I don't think they've abandoned it at all. I think the biggest push is obviously Oblivion Remastered, which has had a tiny patch update. And it released on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 as well. And it sold so many copies. So I think there's a world where The Elder Scrolls 6 comes out on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Like, it wouldn't surprise me at all. It's like, why would you leave that money on the table? Like, look at how many copies Oblivion Remastered sold. And that was a game that was already released. Obviously, we all wanted to go back and play it, but still. Playing it as we speak, hell yes. Is Outer Worlds 2 open world? Yeah, it's going to be as open world as the first game, right? It's going to have like these little sort of planet instances. Not as open world as Skyrim or Starfield, which I believe is a good thing. But like, hey, it's like, hey, look, this is the world zone you're in, and then all the content is in here, and there's lots of handcrafted stuff. And that's what I think Obsidian do really well. That's why I like Fallout New Vegas in that sense. Though if it was true open world, that would be cool, but I feel like there's always a danger these days of like, if you make an open world game and spread yourself too thin, then you just kind of feel like you're not coming across those exciting handcrafted things. And if you don't have enough manpower to do the handcrafted stuff, you know, and write all those quests and details that 90% of the players miss, then I just feel like you shouldn't do an open world, you know? You know, I'd love to see a Morrowind remaster for sure from Virtuos. I think Oblivion Remastered was so successful, we will see another remaster in Unreal Engine 5 probably from them in the future. The next one's going to be Fallout 3 though. They'll probably do Morrowind after that. Probably. But who knows, you know, because that's going even further back, and then you've got the game and the 3D models were... you need to salvage that a bit, you know. I don't know how possible that is. I'd love to see it though. Obviously, we saw ages ago when they were doing the whole, was it like the NVIDIA graphics card stuff, like a showcase for developers, and they remastered some of the stuff for Morrowind, and everyone was like, oh wow, like, you know, when's this going to come out? And then it never came out. Maybe one of the reasons for that was because they wanted to they saw people were excited about it. Maybe they're like, oh, we want to actually do a proper remaster later, so we just won't release that. Maybe that was the reason. I don't know. It'd be cool. I think there's definitely, that's probably going to happen, but it won't be anytime soon. Like, we're talking years away, you know? But think about it, man. All the people replaying Oblivion Remastered, for so many people, it was like their first time playing that game. They were like, oh, new Elder Scrolls games, you know? Dude, they should have put that in the... a physical release as well. There's so many people, like my mate who's now a lawyer, you know, working in London. He used to play Oblivion when he was a kid. And he contacted me and was like, dude, they're remastering Oblivion. What? But he didn't even know it came out because he doesn't have like a console or anything. But he was thinking of buying one just to play it. So if he saw it on the shelf, he'd probably have picked it up, you know? But I think people forget that not all gamers are like connected into everything that's going on in the games industry. I think they missed even more sales in that regard. But what do I know? I disagree with the GTA 6 theory because the following is so big, I think it will probably be just by it. Thanks for the dono, by the way. I think you're right. I think because the same presentation for Bethesda Showcase next year would be like 2 weeks after the GTA 6 launch. I don't think you'd want to put a big reveal in necessarily so close after. But I don't know. I don't know what their game plan is. I think we might see like one of those little in-game teaser reveals. I think most of the push will come in 2027. I think we'll get the hour presentation in 2027. And then the game will launch around November sort of time. You know, that's always the big release. Your webcam is over the time. It's all right. It's 2 minutes exactly now. But it's okay. I will count you in. We'll be here together to watch it. I do love how Starfield code is at least on chip, lol. It's something. That's true. The Elder Scrolls 6 trailer? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think they want to show off what the game actually looks like yet. I think it will look similar to Starfield though. I think honestly, Oblivion Remastered will, like, in Unreal Engine, it's a different game engine. It's going to graphically just look better than the Elder Scrolls 6 does. And that's just how it is. I don't think that they're going to do the hybrid engine thing for the Elder Scrolls 6. It'd be cool, but I don't think they'll do it. Imagine if they did it for Fallout 76, you know, with Unreal crossover or something. They won't do it, but it'd be cool. How do you feel about Owlcat's Expanse game? The Owlcat Expanse game. I don't actually know. I need to Google this. It rings a bell. Is that their new, like... It's kind of like Wasteland style game. Is it? We're 47 seconds away and we might lead with a trailer here, so let me turn this up. "32 seconds. I'm Googling the game. It looks like a shooter from what I can see. Is it a horror shooter? I don't know. Looks interesting. Did I miss the Elder Scrolls 7? We could see that. A prediction, and then in 7 years it comes out. Here we go. First trailer. There's a few big reveals in this one, and at the end of it, the presentation too, before the Outer Worlds 2 showcase. Oh, 18s. Okay. There's not the Elder Scrolls 6. Or is that the whole presentation? Could be Call of Duty 4 for all I know. Ah, this looks cool. I can't remember the name of it. Oh, this is Outer Worlds 2.
I'd care that the colony is in disarray. We didn't come to Arcadia to get bogged down in pointless warfare. We came to spread freedom and liberate resources for profit. But this pesky Earth Directorate agent is mucking things up. They're not alone in doing so. And they think they can just choose how things play out. They could stop us from stealing the Protectorate's brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share. What
so
if
bizarre.
this stranger aligned with the Order and that world computer of theirs? That could be the key to closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So, you see why this menace must be wiped from the face of existence. Or, better yet, brought to our side through the power of capitalism.
Ah, yes, capitalism.
Now, let's get out there and buy our way to victory!
Cool new armor. What the heck is that? Dude, that looks dope. And the slow motion. Oh, wow. Was that like a pot of something?
last bit that I'm paid.
Oh, that looks fun.
Every last bit that I save is intended for you.
I love all these new funky weapons and interactions.
Oh, the cost may be high.
I got minimized.
One day, I know you'll be mine.
Amazing.
Someday, perhaps I'll own two. For now, I'll take one that's brand new. Cause
God damn.
I'm earning
This looks fun.
for you.
Oh my god, the Call of Duty quick scope at the end.
An adventure made for capitalism by capitalism.
It's fantastic.
Inflate our impressions and egos by staying tuned after the showcase.
Yeah, right after the showcase. Very exciting. Already got to say, the multiple choice narrative storylines that were kind of shown off there looked really interesting too.
Babe, what's wrong?
I'm sorry. I've just been so depressed lately.
You know, it would fix everything. Humanzapro.
We have a skateboard now. The new Sony Hawk looks interesting. Tony Hawk Drug Edition.
Yeah, humans are barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
It is literally based on drugs. That's not acid, it's shrooms. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Oh, what's this? This looks interesting. In-engine footage. Okay. Heavy breathing. Oh, it's Venice. I just like it because it has sword fighting and gladiators. Not sure about the breathing though. It looks like some kind of mythology-based game, but... Resonance of Plague Tale Legacy, okay. It's unexpected. It's Assassin's Creed. No, it's definitely not. Exciting. Or it's a Nintendo Switch. Or is that a Steam Deck? It's a pretty sick trailer, actually. Oh, it's Republic of Gamers. Surely you would buy this instead of the Switch and play Oblivion Remastered on it? And Baldur's Gate. I mean, come on. Unless you wanted to play Pokemon or Mario Kart, I feel like you buy this, right? Like, surely the games on the handhelds these days, like the PC handhelds, are just so much better. I used to have a PSP. Oh, it comes in white. You definitely get black though, otherwise you have like grubby hands.
At Xbox, we strive to put the player first. And that's what you've seen from us over the years. We've led the industry with backward compatibility. We championed crossplay and cross-progression.
Okay.
We deliver Game Pass, first on console, then on PC, and with cloud gaming.
And
so
mods.
what's next? How can we give you even more freedom, more choice, more ways to play?
Give me the
Our
Elder
next
Scrolls
step
6.
is to unify your gaming no matter where you buy or play. So we're building an Xbox experience designed for players, not locked to a single store or tied to one device. The Xbox Ally is an Xbox you can hold in your hands, bringing together the power of Xbox and the freedom of Windows. On this Xbox, you can play games across your entire library, including all the Windows PC game stores, from Xbox and Battle.net to Steam, GOG, and
has
Ubisoft
Game
Connect.
Pass and Steam.
And the
Play my
highly
Steam
anticipated
games.
Hollow Knight Silksong will be available at launch and in Game Pass when the Ally releases later this year.
That actually
In
sounds
fact,
pretty good.
Every new game you see in today's show will be playable on the Xbox Ally. We have always wanted you to have the unique experience of Xbox on any screen. That's why we're investing in Xbox Play Anywhere. Whether you're playing on console, PC, smart TV, or any Windows handheld like the new Xbox Ally, the Xbox experience roams with you. Your library, progression, friends, and achievements. There are over 1,000 Xbox Play Anywhere games on Xbox today. And every new game you see in today's show, from our partners and our studios, is Xbox Play Anywhere. And because it's Xbox, you can always have access to Game Pass with a diverse lineup of games from the biggest franchises to critically acclaimed indie hits. This is the freedom we believe players should have. Any game, anywhere. And we are giving it our all every day to make this vision real.
How much is
But
it?
it all comes back to the games. From Dead to Rights on the original Xbox to Armored Core 6, our relationship with Bandai Namco Entertainment has stood the test of time. We both believe in bringing amazing experiences to players around the world, and their next game does exactly that. From Rebel Wolves Studio, this is a story-rich
this
action
looks
RPG
sick.
steeped in dark fantasy that I can't wait for you to explore. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
This is from the guys behind The Witcher and Cyberpunk. It looks so cool. Vampires are cool.
Monsters have always been here. Watching from the shadows. And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light.
Oh, yeah.
We feared for our lives. But we should have feared for our souls instead.
It looks dark and gritty.
The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead.
Yo. Finally, a good vampire game.
Their worst nightmare.
Oh my god. Yes, you can find wolves. Not been able to do that since Daggerfall.
Trapped between the two worlds. Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all. He is out there, watching, seeping into you, growing.
Boss fights. 2026, let's go. It's very Witcher combat. It looks cool. Dude, that looks sick. That looks absolutely lit. Oh my god. I'm going to play the heck out of that. What a cool concept. Actually doing vampires right as well. Not like crappy Twilight. Finally.
World premiere.
We might actually see Blade. What is this? Oh, it's some Mario thing. Yeah, it's definitely not Mario. It's a 3D version of that 2D game, I can't remember. Lol. Meat Boy, that's it. Super Meat Boy. But in 3D.
Super Meat Boy 3D!
There you go. Games like that frustrate the heck out of me. You can't hear me. Okay, I'll turn down the volume a bit. Hopefully that's better.
Watch your back, Yakumo. You're a wanted criminal now.
I'll kill the Dark Dragon myself. It's my mission. My duty as a Raven Ninja.
God damn. How much blood would you like? Yes.
Breaking the Dark Dragon free has its consequences.
Lip sync though.
This is it.
Sayori.
Ryu, there's something I need your help with.
I think it's dead. Yeah, not my kind of game, but the boss fights look cool.
The Dark Dragon is mine.
Do you reckon they wouldn't just drop the Elder Scrolls 6 trailer in here in the middle of it? Oh, Bethesda! Ah, can you imagine? Clip it. Oh, Indiana Jones DLC from Machine Games, or are they going to show us the Wolfensteins free?
Here we go.
Good luck, Indy.
What are you doing, Jones? Are you crazy?
Are you crazy? It was a banger. They got you. We'll see.
This is where it starts. Beneath the streets of Rome.
New DLC?
Enter the city of Antioch.
Looks a bit spooky.
Find a secret relic. Bring it back to the Holy See. Defend the secret. They worshipped the giants.
It's the temple as Assassin's Creed. Confirmed. The Mythic Dawn! Was not expecting that. Play anywhere. That's their new phrase, the new marketing term.
World premiere.
It's like the guy who does the old trailers from the 2000s. In a world.
この国に輪廻の獣が現れた。
Oof.
輪廻の獣は汚れを吐き、あらゆる生物を蝕んだ。
Oh, Game Freak. Whoa, what's that FPS? Jesus. Oh, that looks clean now. That clip they showed looked really laggy. It looks like a Souls-like. You battle flowers. She's not even phased.
西暦4026年、人類は滅亡を待つ。
Game Freak were Pokemon, weren't they? When you loaded up Pokemon games. Samurai. Nice. Big metal robot shogun. Beast of reincarnation.
封じ後エマ、お前こそが輪廻の獣を滅ぼす刃となる。
The Western name really threw me off there. It was just like something Japanese, something Emma. When will the Elder Scrolls 6 trailer be shown? Probably not. We will see. I reckon we're more likely to see a Starfield DLC.
The glittering streets of Avalon sure do shine. Because they swoop their filth down to us.
It's Britain. Britain basically looks like this still. Oh damn! Steampunk.
Playing in the mud.
I didn't know it was first person. Oh, in Exile doing this, I'm suddenly interested.
Life here ain't for the soft-hearted.
You will be paying me back until you fucking rust.
It ain't for the spineless.
Keep your filthy pickers off me!
And it sure as shite ain't for the decent.
That's a clean sweep for one.
Very British. The knob.
There has been a crime! Justice itself has been affronted! I have been burgled!
Lord Griswick.
Bertolt!
Yes, I got that part. Do you know anyone who might wish you ill? We can't arrest and question everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down a bit.
This looks really cool.
Trust your instincts, sir.
Tall.
Yes, sir.
Built rather slim, well, muscular. Mm-hmm.
Oh, mate.
Agile.
Go on.
With a mustache. No, larger.
I see.
Quite fashionable. That's the fiend who robbed me.
Proper
They got my
RPG,
good side
boys.
this time.
Let's go.
Breaking in is the easy part.
Your sir.
Getting away with it is the real trick.
You're an assassin then?
These candlesticks ain't gold. Worthless and dull, just like you. Nah, I have a customer. How can I help you?
I'd rather talk to you, Errol. Sounds like I'll get a better deal.
You talk to me first, and him never. Got it?
Uncle's a bit touchy, ain't he, Errol?
Touchy? I say I'm touchy! There.
Voice protagonist.
Anything else you'd care to say to Errol? Brains. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
And that's pretty standard facial hair in Britain.
It's all sharp edges, empty pockets, and blood on the cobbles. Goodbye, Silas.
No, no!
Brutal.
I'll hurt you, you fucking meatsack! I'll leave you with a pissing pad of pieces!
You'd either got a gang at your back, or a knife in it.
We're family here. Family takes care of its own.
Can't put a price on that, can you?
Them's in charge. They don't keep order. They keep power.
Take this thing into the crucible and melt it.
This
They
looks
just want us
great.
beaten, broken, and too scared to fight back.
I don't want to kill him.
That's why it pays to be clever and well-armed.
Oh, yes. Customization. Oh my god.
Let's
Proper
go and end a
steampunk
few
weapons. Had like a magazine on it.
Don't get cocky. They've got a weapon far worse.
What?
And if they can rewrite history, they can rewrite us.
And the world changes
But
based
look
on your
who just
decisions.
found Mummy's keys. Now I can fiddle with time.
Oh, okay. That's very
Put the
interesting.
bullet back in the barrel. Bring the chaos to a crawl. Take a mistake and make it like it never happened.
I'm definitely playing this. This looks great.
We can change the world as we know it. One choice at a time. And I can even go back and change the past to change the future. And let me tell ya, the hunters don't like it when the rabbits got the gun.
Dude, that looks... Man. We've never had a steampunk game looking this good. Have deployable turrets and magic. This looks hella fun. Clockwork Revolution.
Now let me alone and piss off!
And I love that it's just so British. Ah, yes. Perfect.
Our creative teams are dedicated to bringing players award-winning, record-breaking, critically acclaimed games. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision, Doom, The Dark Ages from Bethesda, Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred from Blizzard, and Avowed from Xbox Game Studios. All of our teams across Xbox First Party are shipping their most played games ever, and they're also delivering more content than ever before. From original single-player experiences to vast online worlds, our teams are empowered to build the games they've always dreamed of. We want our players to have the choice and flexibility of where and how they play the games our teams make. So of course, our games will be available day one in Game Pass, and every new game we make for both Xbox consoles and PC will be Xbox Play Anywhere. On behalf of our creative teams, thank you. These experiences don't stop when you put down the controller. As you've seen in recent years, more and more of our characters, stories, and worlds are expanding to brand new audiences through TV and film.
And
a
PlayStation.
Minecraft movie and the Fallout TV series broke records and
Oh, my
brought
camera.
millions of players into the game. We have more projects in the works as gaming continues to influence film and television like never before. When it comes to growing new franchises, Obsidian is having a year like no other, from launching a blockbuster new game like Avowed to the upcoming release of The Outer Worlds 2 this October. Obsidian is always delivering great games, and
Did
they
we know
have
when
a
it was
third
releasing?
game launching this year. You'll get to go deeper on it
A
in our
third
Direct,
one?
but until then, let's take a look.
Wait, what's the third game they have Obsidian releasing? Is it Fallout New Vegas 2?
World premiere.
Is it Fallout New Vegas 2? Could you imagine? Dude, because Fallout...
I told you, you can't run from me, you foul beast.
It's He-Man.
With new flexible legs, the Yoke Girth action figure can ride anything.
Breaking news. There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will and left to fight for their survival in the backyard of a deranged scientist. Formerly evil company Ominent Practical Technologies was set to dedicate a statue of the 4 teenagers, fast food science robot Burgle, and Dr. Tully when an explosion erupted. Dr. Tully and the teenagers' current whereabouts are also unknown.
What is this? It looks graphically very pretty. But this is in-game. Is it grounded?
Keep them separated.
Very creepy. Yeah, grounded too. Oh, 29th of July? That's very close. My god. A good co-op game, from what I've seen. Yeah, a cool intro trailer. I had no idea what that was going to be.
ND3500 reached.
What's this, though? This looks more interesting.
Predecessor's travel log. Attempting data salvage.
I have encountered an unprecedented orphan. It was in a state of suppressed recomposition.
The behavior pattern of the orphans populating the area
Oh, it's a horror game.
is unusual. They become exceptionally aggressive.
I don't know if I want to play that.
It is highly recommended to proceed with caution.
Ooh, it charges up.
They seem to act more consistently, in coordination.
Destroying the nest is now a priority.
Oh my god, look at that blubber physics. It's not the kind of bounciness you want. Interesting. But like more of an FPS than a horror game. Bit of like an in-between. There's actually been quite a few bangers. I've not really seen like a bad game here. Like, there's some I wouldn't... Oh, Bethesda. What's this? Is it the Elder Scrolls 6 Bethesda? Oh, it's Elder Scrolls Online. What's that? It's a big game. A lot of people play it.
World premiere.
Is it also Bethesda?
The ship's breaking apart. There's no time. Evacuate now.
Where are you going to evacuate?
Come in.
Ariane.
Thomas, wherever you are, I'll find you.
No idea. Oh wow, she found him. suddenly it looked a lot more interesting just from that, but I don't know. I was getting like Alien Predator vibes.
World premiere.
They have weaved in a few Bethesda things, but not one after the other, so...
Welcome to England, Mr. David. I know this must be a shock, having never met your real father, but he left you this hotel in his will. It's been in your family for generations, much like the caretaker. He's
look at the cat.
little eccentric. You'll see.
Let me welcome you to the Grand, a hotel famous across the land. Every room used to be in such high demand. Your wish I'll command here at the Grand.
Well, hello there. It looks like you're about to do some renovation.
Scottish.
Would you like some help with that?
So, my father was renovating the hotel when he disappeared?
Not just the hotel. He was helping the entire village. You have his power tools. You know, you could pick up where he left off. You seem like a good man, like he was.
I'm in. They don't suspect a thing.
Just make sure the locals don't get wind of what you're really up to.
He's summoning demons.
Because if they find out, they will wicker man your ass.
You keep looking into things, and things are gonna start looking bad. Don't make the same mistake your father made. In this place, the only one you can really trust is me.
I really hate singing, so I won't play this. But the cat is cool. If there's actual musicals in the game, no. Definitely not. Interesting. I love the cat though. The cat on the bike was like, I was like, tempted. Yeah, not for me. What's next?
There are as many gods in the world as there are stars in the heavens. And when we need their help, they send us a hero. Who would have guessed the defender of my homeland would be my daughter?
Was it Mulan?
She unlocked the heavenly spear, but is she worthy?
This looks like a mobile game. Lower game. It looks like Japanese myth of empires. Age of mythology, not myth of empires. She seems a bit OP, to be honest. Oh, it literally is Age of mythology from my childhood. That's wild. I couldn't tell. So they remade it. I didn't even know that. It's a DLC for sure, yeah. That was unexpected. I really didn't... Not seen that game since I was a kid playing it on PC. What is this?
국가의 자주적 결정을 누가 허락하는가?
Oh wow.
만약 이 결정이 패권 국가의 특정 정치 집단의 이익을 저해한다면 당신의 특정 행동이 대중의 의사결정에 영향을 미칠 수 있으며 반대로 누군가는 당신의 의사결정에 영향을 주려 한다는 것을 인지할 때
Very pretty.
자신만의 온전한 입장을 세울 수 있지 않을까?
The notes are in English, but he's speaking in Korean.
판단인가? 그렇게 믿고 있거나 믿고 싶을 뿐.
Sleeping Dogs 2? kicking off. Oh, okay. Oh, that looks cool. This is like some Splinter Cell stuff. Who doesn't like this kind of stuff? That looks sick.
당신은 무엇 때문에 분노하는지.
The zombie. Yo, okay, this looks good. I'll play this.
당신의 분노는 스스로 결정한 것입니다.
Yo, like a zombie boss battle.
누군가.
The stealth gameplay looks really cool. South Korean game that actually looks really interesting.
지정태.
Oh, what does that mean? Bring back zombies. Yeah, we do love a zombie game, but they were done to death, and now I think we're slowly seeing a few of them return. It looks fun, right? Like, that looks good. Different kind of gameplay as well. Like
World
boss fight,
premiere.
stealth gameplay, and everything. I'd definitely check that out. It's the Space Marines. They're drop pods. They're gonna purge the Xenos. Here they come. Heresy. The only feelings I have are for the Emperor. Next. Pass. Yeah, not the one. They wouldn't put the Elder Scrolls 6 after this, I don't think. No. Oh, she's dead. Spoiler. Ooh, Gandalf got whipped around the head there. Jeez. Nothing has made you go, wow, yeah. I think there's been, like, some really cool games here. Like the Steampunk one we saw, the first-person Steampunk game. That looks really unique. That's, like, something I've not seen before, to be honest. I thought that was something that was great. And also the Vampire game looks really good. From the old CDPR guys that left. So there's been some bangers here, for sure. Oh, Bethesda! I'm gonna do that every time. Maybe it's something. I was. Oh, my face is frozen in disappointment. To be fair, I've not played this game since launch.
Hello there. Beautiful day to relax by the old fishing hole, wouldn't you say? When it comes to fishing, Appalachia is a land aswim with opportunity. Yes, you'll find fish of all flavors in every walk of waterway. From its mightiest of rivers to its humblest of ponds.
So they've added fishing.
Just step up to the bank, cast your line, and when your bobber starts bobbing, reel in the rewards. What do you got on there, Jed? Worms! And how are they biting today?
See for yourself.
Bagging the big fish starts with finding the right tools for the job. There are as many unique combinations of rods, reels, bobbers, and baits as there are fish in the sea.
I've disappeared.
And when you've caught your fill, pop over to the local tackle shop to swap fish tails.
Interesting.
Can you smell that? No matter what troubles plague the future wastelands of Appalachia, you can always find comfort in cozy little joys like this. You just gotta know where to look. Vault Life is your ticket to easy living. Design and build your own little slice of paradise. A place to show off all the bits and bobs you collect in your travels. Got a green thumb? Plant your own peaceful vegetable garden. And nothing warms the heart like a neighborhood cookout. Ah, community makes a wasteland a waste home. Join today, and tomorrow you'll be kicking back and sharing a meal with friends in beautiful Appalachia.
I'm fixing it. Is it fixed? Come back to me, camera.
World premiere.
Yeah, it killed me, honestly. Oh, it's alright, it's just anime. Still trying to fix it. What's next?
World premiere.
It always says Bethesda when it's Bethesda, so it's not Bethesda. Oh god. Well, we're not missing much at least. Right now, I'm just bitterly disappointed in the music choice. I wish I could skip it, but I can't. This isn't quite the Elder Scrolls 6 I had imagined. Just trying to bring my camera back to life.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I just want to say thanks to everyone for all the love and support we've seen since we announced Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 a few months ago. These games have changed my life, but more than that, I've seen them help spread a love and appreciation for skating all over the world, and that means everything to me and the team. I can't wait for you all to experience the game. It's been rebuilt with so much care and attention to detail, with some brand new parks, new music, new skaters, and more. And you can enjoy it all with your friends with up to 8 players in multiplayer. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 officially drops July 11th, and we have a lot more surprises to come. Check out the launch trailer now.
Genuinely will play this game for childhood's sake. Yo, they went hard. Finally, some good music. It's so much fun to like play a skateboard game like this. Like Skate was too realistic in comparison.
Watch it, mate.
The Ninja Turtles. What the hell? Oh, that's great. He's over a pinball machine. Is that Doomslayer? What the hell? Was unexpected crossover. Oh my god, it's 11th of July? That's so close. I'm actually gonna have to check that out, man. Where is Spider-Man? Who knows?
Premiere.
Ragdolling and Skate, yeah, that was always the best. A Souls-like side-scroller, is it? They won't release Starfield 2 before the Elder Scrolls 6, definitely not. Her sister's not very happy with it. Lol, you can just insult her mid-boss fight. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me to hear that. Are we married before the Elder Scrolls 6 came out? Probably. Probably. Those GTA players are like thinking that they had to wait some time for GTA 6, whereas we're here like, oh, Gears of War. Oh, it's, what was his name? Ram. Oh, they remastered the original game, yeah. Definitely gotta get my mate over to replay this in co-op. Good old Marcus Phoenix. Still not sure if he has hair or not.
Look who decided to show up. It's time, baby.
I feel like I don't even appreciate the remaster because I have to go back and compare the original trailer. Oh, there it is. I remember being terrified of that first Berserker scene. And the PvP in this game was so good.
Let's do this.
Yes.
This is gonna be awesome.
Just such a good game for its time. "4v4 shotgun battles, yes." Is it even remastered? It is. I promise you. Go back and compare it to the original. You can't think that far back anymore. What is this? What's it gonna be? What's this? It's in Japan. Oh, it's Persona 4. That was it. So that's the thing.
The Smugglers League is always there. But you won't see us.
Sea of Thieves?
You won't hear us. And the only way you'd ever know it is if that's what we wanted. As smugglers, we deal in the goods others are afraid to handle. Guns, explosives.
And don't forget the rum.
It's a life of danger like no other. So I guess my question is, can you handle that?
Getting your hands on gold is one thing, but you should know that this is what we're really after. The bigger the boom, the better. Smugglers need to be adaptable. It's more than moving under moonlight and shadows. You should be ready to take advantage of others' misfortune. Stealing, of course, is always an option. Just do whatever it takes to get the job done.
So it's PvP.
You are pirates, after all.
Welcome, my friends, to the Smugglers League. You're paying for that.
I mean, this is an art style though, right? I really don't understand what the game is meant to be. It's a new season. Okay, cool. Doesn't really explain what the gameplay is though for that.
World premiere.
What? I love the mix-up.
This is ridiculous. Please, come on.
Most relatable trailer so far. Okay, what the fuck?
Had enough yet?
No, Dad, not even close.
His dad is very aggressive. It's good parenting.
Hoped you'd understand why I had to do this. Accept our rule or die.
I'd like to propose a third option.
I'm not your son anymore. I'm the guy who's going to throw you off this planet for good. I'm
invincible.
I trusted you.
Oh, it's a okay. It's a fighting game.
over.
Superhero beat 'em up.
All right, coming through. Let's do this. Gotcha.
I prefer Mortal Kombat.
Need a hand? Might want to look up. See how you like this? It's an army. I am ending you. I see it all now.
Imagine getting this for your kid. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing that exciting about that to me. Mortal Kombat's much better. Ah. Not far away. Also Xbox.
I'm here to even the odds. Any objections?
Know your place, little lamb. There's no one to save you now.
You will answer for what you've done.
The flames are our own, and they burn as one.
Soundtrack is so good.
Valisthea cannot endure a second claim upon her being, but she may yet be saved by you.
That goes hard. Oh, no way, they just dropped it. That's wild. They just dropped it with that trailer? What the hell? Never played a Final Fantasy game. It's one of those things where if you pick it up, the story will keep you playing. They are very good. Even the turn-based ones. I played a few of them, but not all of them. Back when I used to have a lot of time. What is this? Imagine, yeah, they wouldn't shadow drop the Elder Scrolls 6. That'd be crazy. What is this? What a strange game. Yeah, I did not expect to play a lighthouse. Interesting. But you can't say it's not unique. Wow. Only 10 minutes left. Now we got the Outer Worlds 2 showcase after. It'll be lost or just
Games
not
like
here.
Psychonauts 2 showed how Double Fine excels at creating unique and innovative experiences, and Keeper is no exception. Looking ahead, next year marks 25 years of Xbox. It's a big milestone for the platform and franchises that you helped build and make popular. We couldn't have done this without everyone who's been with us on this journey. As we think about bringing a new generation of players to these iconic franchises, I'm excited to share
Clockwork
that players will
Revolution.
get to celebrate 25 years of
And the Vampire
Xbox
one.
with a new Fable, the next Forza, Gears of War E-Day, and the return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning.
They didn't even show the new
Today,
Fable.
you've seen an incredible range of games from creators across the globe.
Or Forza 6.
Creators like In Exile, reaching for new heights with Clockwork Revolution. Sluggerfly, making Team Meat's modern classic platformer into 3D. Square Enix, bringing more of the critically
we've got one
acclaimed
more thing
Final
to show
Fantasy
you.
franchise to our players. And Team Ninja, returning to the beloved series they debuted on Xbox. You've also seen the next Xbox hardware release, our Xbox Ally Handheld,
I'm really
which
curious
lets
about
you
that.
bring your
It looks
Xbox
cool.
experience and your library with you anywhere.
It looks better
I
than the
hope you
Switch.
enjoyed the breadth and depth of the games, updates, and experiences that are coming to Xbox from our partners and our own creative teams. We're seeing more players on our platform and in our games than ever, thanks to all of you. We're proud of the creativity that Obsidian is delivering this year. Immediately after Showcase, our Direct begins, where you'll go inside the studio for an extended look at the Outer Worlds 2 and
Let's
Grounded
go.
2. Thanks for joining us today. But before we get into the Direct,
One more thing.
we have a final world premiere. Enjoy.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
World premiere.
There's a red butterfly. It's not what we thought it was.
Welcome to the Guild.
Oh, wow.
We have been expecting you. Please, follow me.
The
You
lighting.
already know us as a global tech leader. Our software, our systems, combined with our skilled team.
It's the Elder
is
Scrolls
designed to
2020,
save lives.
2077.
Your years of service have shown you the importance of our work. Here, you'll witness the global scope of that mission in action. Let me introduce you to our esteemed visionary.
For too long, we have been bound by outdated systems, accepting limitations instead of redefining them. The Guild is safeguarding tomorrow, now. We are pioneering the future of protection worldwide.
Four-legged tanks don't
Advancements are
work.
designed to elevate everyday life, reshaping the future of technology.
It's a spy.
I'm Emma Kagan, CEO of the Guild.
You broke the Matrix. What is this? I have no idea. It's Inception. So that looks like it's in-engine, maybe? I don't know. It's mostly a CGI trailer. I still don't understand what the game is. Outer Worlds 2 showcase after this. I'm surprised we didn't at least see a Starfield DLC.
Fear is a powerful thing. David Mason. Menendez.
Is it Prey 3? Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Okay. Cool. It was such a cryptic trailer. This looks much more exciting than the Oh, zombies. Okay, cool. The last 5 seconds were more exciting than the CGI part of the trailer. Oh, man. Right, so, Obsidian. Outer Worlds 2 is what I want to see. I hope they lead with Outer Worlds 2. What the hell?
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment.
I hope
We
there's
here
a
at the
collector's
studio have joked
edition.
around that this has been the year of Obsidian, with Avowed releasing early this year and now ending the year with 2 more games. And what better way to cap this incredible year for us than by doing what our studio does best, sequels.
That's where I come in. You can get out of here, Fergus. Thank you so
What?
much. No, you're doing great. You nailed it. The sequel is the lifeblood of every great franchise. Think about it. The original creates the world and builds fandom, but the sequel, that's what makes it worth remembering. No sequel, no hoverboard. No sequel, no dual SMGs. No sequel,
Elder
no
Scrolls 6,
raccoon
tell me
tail.
about it.
No sequel, no Zune 2, which doesn't really exist, but I wish it had.
There was a Zune 2.
There was a Zune 2? I'm Mark, the head of sequels here at Obsidian, and I have sequelized everything. Blockbuster movies to AAA video games to my first marriage, so trust me, I know what I'm doing. Come along on this journey with me.
Bro's putting his marriage in there. Damn. Savage.
Let the killing commence.
Yo, okay. New boss fight looks interesting. I really liked all the new weapons we saw in the trailer. There was a lot more variety than the first game.
The Outer Worlds 2 is a sequel to The Outer Worlds 1. It's a continuation of the themes of robber barons in space and how people are controlled by the stories they're told by the people who have power over them. This time we're able to go a lot deeper because we have more time and money, which is a great thing, and we're able to make it a much more true Obsidian reactive RPG than we were the first time around.
Boom.
So we're going deeper and more complex with everything for this sequel. Deeper story, lore, RPG interactions, reactivity, all the things we've been known for as a company. It's really a complete realization of everything people want from an Obsidian game. Surprisingly, this is the first time in over 25 years that I've had the chance to do a full sequel for a world that I helped co-create. It's really just a fantastic opportunity to explore and expand the universe in interesting ways, and to go even further with the themes of how people are affected by living in a dystopian corporate reality.
You can shoot your way through it, you can talk your way through it, you can sneak your way through it. And so no matter what kind of play style that you like, this is just an awesome franchise and an awesome game to jump into, even if it's your first one.
The first Outer Worlds was a great base to start from, as it has all the elements of a great Obsidian RPG. Interesting characters, deep worlds, important choices. In the Outer Worlds 2, not only did we want to double down on those elements, but we wanted to give players even more of it.
We've also put a lot of investment into skills and traits that impact things like combat, conversations, and areas that we call RPG interactions, which are the part of the world where players can use their specific skills, perks, and backgrounds to solve problems in unique ways in our new, bigger worlds.
Haha, oh, that's cool.
I love a deep RPG experience, and building out that RPG crunchiness for our players was at the forefront of what we set out to create. We prioritize those deeper RPG options with different character builds and combos so players can express their role-playing power fantasies.
Whoa, is that your
We also have
robot?
different equipment options for different playstyles,
Oh,
and different
that's
companions with different abilities.
Oh, nice. Different robot companions too. Love to see them accommodating the different RPG
In the first Outer Worlds, you
playstyles.
start off as the Stranger, which was basically a blank slate to build on top of with various attribute points that would begin to define your personal experience in the game. You
Cool.
can make any kind of character you want, but we've given you a role. That role is an Earth Directorate agent. You can think of them as kind of like space cowboys or space sky marshals. They're the good guys that go into places and kind of fix everything that's wrong.
That gun, what is that?
You're gonna be one of those. But we don't tell you why you joined the Earth Directorate. There could have been a lot of different reasons, right? It could have been because you're an actual lawbringer and you want to go in there and spread law throughout the galaxy. It could be that you're a roustabout and you just had nothing better to do. After you pick your background, one of the really important choices you have next is choosing your traits. While we had attributes in the first Outer Worlds, we've leaned into traits for the Outer Worlds 2, which are these big changes to your character depending on which ones you pick.
Very cool. Meaningful
So it
decision.
could be something like Brilliant, where you can tag extra skills and you start getting extra skill points. And that's obviously really great if that's how you want to build your character. You can also go and do something like Lucky, where you get extra critical chance, and you also get a lot of really cool options throughout the game as well. Of course, we brought back Dumb.
Companion abilities?
So players love the Dumb option.
Yes, yes.
Do you believe in signs? Not quite what I meant, but I like your contempt for boundaries. I could put your adventure spirit to good use.
We're gonna play
You
a
get,
dumb
like,
character.
lots of really cool, fun conversation options in the game, but we took that even further. And again, there's lots of elements in the game where you can be dumb and use that for something. Could be something as simple as banging on a machine to get it to work.
Put the currywurst in there and bang on the machine.
In some of your traits, your
Amazing.
next choices are going to be choosing your skills. The skills themselves basically allow you to build on your playstyle and what your character is doing in the game. That will be everything from playing stealthily to speccing for an explosive specialty. Throughout your entire journey, your character continues to change with the different choices you make. In the Outer Worlds 1, it actually had more skills than we have, so we condensed them down to really the core and essence of what we really wanted there. But we made each point that you put into a skill much more impactful. So instead of getting small percentage changes, we actually did much larger changes per point that you put into each skill. And again, all these things, because of how they're checked inside the world itself, can matter quite a bit. You know, just even having one additional skill point in something can open up a lot more options in the world itself. If anybody's played Fallout New Vegas, they'll be very familiar with like the perk system. We basically borrowed that, but went even grander. We actually have more perks than Fallout New Vegas did. But here's the cool thing, right? We check and use perks for literally everything, right? So you can do everything from, hey, I want to make a stealthy build that steals stuff and is really good at that. Okay, great. Well, you can take maybe the pickpocketing perk. So that's not available to everybody, but if you select that, now you can actually go around and steal things out of people's pockets.
I wonder, like, how much, like, can I play the game like that, though? Or is it just
There's another
like...
perk called heavy-handed, right? Where say you're a melee person, what this does is now your power attacks that you use actually knock people down.
Oh man, I really like the serial killer perk. As you start killing people, they
serial
will
killer.
drop hearts. And you can take those hearts, and essentially you're taking these trophies, you could say, and it's actually giving you a permanent health bonus every time you do it.
That's
We have this
perfect.
perk called Assassin. Now, this is an early game perk that you can take, which every time you stealth attack an enemy, you're actually gonna get a movement bonus for a certain amount of time.
Oh, the dagger animations. Oh, this is sick. Oh no, that is cool. Oh, that's satisfying.
Flaws were a system that everybody loved from the first game, but we wanted to make it more personal to the player. We wanted it to really reflect how you were playing the game and give you a bonus that you actually wanted to really engage with.
With the flaw system returning, we knew we needed to go bigger, better, and more real than ever before. So
Oh, yeah?
we turned to the team. I told them, no bad ideas. Give me what you got. Okay, we need more flaws. We need them to be real. I want to put them in the game, so give me something. Inspiration. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I have bad knees.
You have bad knees? They hurt when you walk a lot?
Yes.
When you walk too much, they hurt?
No cartilage.
Sounds boring. Makes you sound like a boring person, but it's in the game.
I know it.
It's a good flaw. What about you?
I like to take small
No
things
bad
sometimes.
ideas in modern
So
day
you're stealing.
office.
No, I'm taking.
When do you give them back?
Kleptomaniac.
I don't.
Claire. Claire, you shouldn't be stealing. What are you doing? You shouldn't be stealing, Claire.
Tiny crimes.
Tiny
God damn it,
crimes?
Claire.
Do you hear the second part, though? It's a crime.
Well,
You're stealing. Claire, that's wrong. You can't steal things, okay? But it's an amazing flaw, and I'm putting it in the game. But you're a bad person. And are you the one that took my stapler?
do you need it?
Yeah. Give it back.
Okay.
Please. You, what do we got? Flaw.
I like to stare at the sun.
How long did you stare at the sun?
Just lunch break.
An hour?
Oh, I only get 30. You guys get an hour?
Yeah, in an hour.
Oh. Makes me feel energized.
How many fingers will hold up?
3?
No. Anything else? We'll put it in the game. We'll put it in the game because I feel bad for you. Anything else?
One of my favorite flaws is something called bad knees.
That'll be in the
We'll
game.
actually give you the option to take this flaw that'll make it so that you move faster throughout the game. But the
When
problem is,
crouching.
anytime you stand up, your knees are going to make a loud popping noise that makes it so that, well, everyone around you is going to hear you.
There's one called Kleptomaniac. This is really interesting because what it does is when you steal something, you can actually sell it for more bits than normal. And like that sounds really great. The drawback is sometimes when you're looking at things in the world that are owned by somebody else, you'll automatically steal them. So you have to be very careful about how you use them.
Oh my god,
One of
it's
our more
so
wacky
good.
perks is the Sun Gazer flaw, and it.
When I play D&D, I'm going to pause this a little bit just to talk about it because this is fun. This is what I want in my games. I remember when I was playing D&D, like I wanted to randomize my character, so I'd roll a D20 and like have like an RNG table, kind of like the wild magic table, just to have that element of absolute randomness. So I love the fact that the Kleptomaniac perk just has you. It's a big advantage, but then you can just randomly steal something in public because you can't help yourself. What a great idea. Sun Gazer. You couldn't help but stare into the gentle glow of Arcadia's stars. Your eyesight has been permanently damaged, increasing your spread with ranged weapons, but you've created a lasting connection with the daylight. Amazing. So you get plus 100% ranged weapon spread. Continually heal while outside in the day, up to 50% health.
It just gives everyone cataracts while playing their game. So everything becomes like light shafts and blooms and hazes and makes the game pretty unplayable if you happen to choose that perk.
If you happen to be the type of player that habitually reloads your weapons like I do, well, you'll be offered the flaw of over-prepared. Now, you'll get larger magazine sizes on all of your weapons, but if you ever fully empty your magazine, you're going to take a debuff for a while. While we support options like being a gunslinger who wants to key into destructive weapons, or a rogue who wants to alpha strike their enemies before they know what hit them, we also allow for a lot of fun and experimental builds. You can be a mad scientist who utilizes gadgets and wacky science weapons and armors. Or even a psychopath who gains permanent bonuses to health by murdering their friends.
We're going to be a dumb psychopath. I'm so glad they put that in the game because I remember in Outer Worlds 1, who was it? Ellie. You met Ellie's parents and I brutally murdered both of them. And she actually had a reaction to it and I just loved that. One of the great things about the games they make.
Your build option's better than, in my opinion, the bridge area, which has a quest you get early on in Paradise Island.
What's going on with the bridge?
Not only do you kind of encounter this very early, and it's a very core one to the story, but it really expresses our philosophy of allowing the player to solve problems in a bunch of ways. So you may solve it by, speech options. You may talk to them and maybe have to go do a quest for them and really kind of prove that you're a friend of the Protectorate to get by.
That was one of those things, all right, Larry. It's like you have 100 speech that's just like, open the bridge. And they're like, oh, yeah, okay, we'll just completely, go against our whole agenda and everything else and just open the bridge for you. And it works. So hopefully it goes beyond that with the speech options. I always struggle, with that kind of thing, because sometimes it just doesn't make sense. Where they're like, oh, I can't possibly let you over this bridge because of these 5 reasons. And then you're like, oh, but just open the bridge. And they're like, oh, okay, because you have 100 speech. Whereas it should be like you have to kind of solve like the problem or something like with the speech skill instead of just being like, open it, It needs to be a bit more complicated. I feel like a lot of RPGs kind of fail in that regard. Baldur's Gate did it well.
I may have need of your help, stranger, if you are ready to seize an opportunity to show fealty to the Protectorate.
You could go guns blazing and you could just take everyone out inside the POI, lower the bridge itself, and kind of get across.
That sounds cool. Oh, look, that recoil. The ragdoll looks so good. Yes. Or just lower the bridge, let yourself across.
Lower the bridge and then actually sneak in under the bridge to get over to the other side.
Okay. Yeah, this is what I wanted, like different actual ways to play the game. A lot of RPGs give you the illusion of choice, but there's no choice actually there. This is actual choice. It's good.
You can bypass the bridge entirely if you found like certain gadgets, like the shield gadget that protects you from poison gas as you go across, or the double jump boots, which kind of allow you to jump across the chasm and get across that way.
Nice, nice.
There's even a really kind of messed up way, right? Which is players can actually sacrifice one of their companions. The companion who they just found is part of.
We're no different than the breeze if we start tossing our own to the rats. I sure as law ain't gonna follow someone who can't see the wrong in it.
Niles, you're gonna die, mate.
I'm surprised we could come to an
You'll
understanding.
be the first I kill.
But I thank you for your loyalty, stranger. As promised, you shall have clearance to cross this bridge.
I'm gonna play
It's
a dumb
such a fun
psychopath.
quest, but again, it really showcases that we want you to be able to solve this in whatever way you want to. When you build your character your way, we're there for you. We really...
And also, your companions actually reacting to like your terrible decisions is something I really appreciate too. It's something other games don't do, but then when you get it in like an Obsidian game, you're like, oh, like he actually had an opinion about that. Great.
want you to have the experience that you want to have out of this.
Let me kill everyone. If I can kill all the leaders and everything and see what happens.
From the very beginning of our discussions about the Outer Worlds, we really knew we wanted every game to take place in a different colony. This lets us expand on all aspects of the universe. Every colony can be its own thing with its own flavor, and we can center them around anything we want. Any ideas or setting we're interested in. Arcadia is an isolated colony with abundant resources, and it's run by an authoritarian faction called the Protectorate. Their dictatorship is thematically based around the question of how much freedom people will give up for security and luxury. For Protectorate subjects, unfortunately, that answer is everything. The Protectorate is also incredibly wealthy because it was founded by the inventor of the skip drives, which are the Outer World's faster-than-light engines. But those skip drives are starting to cause rifts in space-time, which are cutting off all the other colonies on Earth from being able to trade with each other.
Damn.
The Order of the Ascendant is an offshoot of the Order of Scientific Inquiry from the original game, and like them are a science-based religion with the same goal of solving the universal equation, which will allow them to predict and alter the future to the benefit of all mankind.
This is good sci-fi. This is the kind of sci-fi stories that actually excite me, and like the weird weapons and other things going on that remind me of like the wackiness of like Fallout universe, you know? This is good. I feel like, you know, I don't like grounded sci-fi where it's just a bit boring. Like there's so much wacky stuff going on here. It sounds like something I want to like figure out where those plot lines go and how you can end the stories, you know?
They used to be part of the Protectorate, but they split off to focus on solving the equation for the good of everyone, not as a way to simply control the masses.
Sounds like good writing
the player's
to me.
been sent to Arcadia as an Earth Directorate agent to find out how the skip drives are causing the rifts and what can be done to stop them. Each of the factions have their own solutions to the rift problem and their own goals. The Protectorate wants to close them to protect their legacy as the inventor of the drives and their wealth. The Order wants to close them not only for the good of everyone, but also because they're complicating the math they're using to solve the universal equation. And Antes just wants to be able to open and close them at will to control all the trade routes between the colonies.
That's what we do. That sounds like the most evil
option. In addition to expanding
option.
the themes and lore of the Outer Worlds, we're also expanding the humor, so each faction has its own flavor of absurdity. Anti's Choice is a merger between Anti-Cleo and Spacer's Choice from the original game.
By the way, if you didn't watch the live action Anti-Cleo based, I don't know someone in the chat can say who made it, but it's a really good live action one, and it was actually kind of briefly seen in the trailer as like a cool little Easter egg. So I recommend watching that because I think it's going to be relevant to one of the storylines in the Outer Worlds too.
And there are corporate representatives in the Outer Worlds too. They've invaded Arcadia to liberate their resources for all of humanity, at a profit, of course.
That's cool.
One of my favorite things from Fallout New Vegas is the radio system. It was just iconic for me, and I wanted to make sure that the Outer Worlds 2 had that.
Bring back Snoop Dogg.
So we actually built out 3 different radio stations, one for each of the major factions. We
Oh
also have
yes,
a ton of
demonetization.
music. Each station might have like, I think 20 tracks of unique music that we've made for it. It's a lot of stuff.
Oh no, wait, they've made the music for it? Great, no demonetization, I love it. Look at this world, man. There's like a blossoming aqua tree here. This looks like some kind of underground coral thing, and then there's like an Art Deco kind of beautiful environment. Like just this space alone is way more exciting to me than most games I see these days. Like it actually looks like things have been designed. Each world has its own thing going on, and like the bridge was very industrial. This is very different. You know, this looks like a lot more rich.
But the really cool part about this entire thing is that we actually put a lot of reactivity into the radio. So it will respond to the things that are going on around the world that you've been interacting with. So if you go into a location, let's say you solve a problem for the Protectorate folks, if you listen to the Protectorate radio station, they're gonna be cheering you on as a hero.
Wonderful news, everyone. The Zeranium gas leaks at the Automech repair facility, strongly believed to be caused by Auntie's choice malefactors, have been corrected.
Some hotshot for hire just managed to fix the electrum leak in their repair facility. Now, I'm not saying we caused it in the first place, but we sure like the idea of all those broken auto mechanicals and all the excessive gasping and choking involved.
The factions and companions are great examples of how we're going deeper and more complex this time around. They're integrated into the game's storyline much more than we did on the first Outer Worlds, and like with everything else in the game, they have a lot more reactivity. There are 6 companions in the Outer Worlds too. As usual, each has their own quest lines, but this time they are also connected to a different faction and have character arcs that the player can affect through their choices.
Interesting.
Your first companion is Niles. He's another Earth Directorate agent like you, and he's looking for your help to decide whether he wants to become an even better agent or to turn his back on the Earth Directorate completely. There's also a somewhat cute Automech support drone that is basically Niles' helper. Her name is Val. Marisol is part of the Order of the...
I hope that when I kill Niles, I can keep his cool Protectron droid thing.
And she's an aging but still deadly assassin. That's right, she's a deadly mathematician who may or may not have some unfinished business to attend to with the player's help.
Look at this gun. These are the kind of weird, wacky guns I want to see in my games. Not like boring stuff that I've seen before in real life, you know? Like, I want stuff that glows. Like, what is that?
There's also a cultist named Azza who is part of a sub-faction that worships...
Bro, and we saw this knife, we saw the animations, you know, like first-hand animations when we had that knife as well. Don't know what this wrist-mounted thing is, but that looks cool. She's got some grenades on her.
The rifts, and in her case, violence in general. You can choose to either turn her away from overt violence or support her chaotic and dangerous tendencies.
Support it.
At one time, Auntie's Choice had a program to graft soldiers with animal parts to make them more formidable. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work and most of them are now dead. There's a combat medic who survived, however, named Inez, and she wants the player to help her fix her graft, among other things. Finally, there's Tristan. He's a protected arbiter who is judge, jury, and executioner all rolled into one heavily armored package.
Dude,
it is your choice to either help him judge wrongdoers or show him what true justice looks like.
We definitely have reactivity in the game based on how you've been treating your companions. I won't reveal the end of the game, but let's say if you have not been treating them well, you will find out at the end of the game what that means.
I'm going to kill them all.
Companions are a very, very important part of merchandising because that's the real beauty of the sequel. We're talking merch, baby. It is the lifeblood. It is what fuels us. Do you want to see some of my ideas? Hop, hop. Check this out. Gen Alpha loves body pillows, especially ones that look like human beings for some reason, right? Who needs a significant other when you can have a knife-wielding space psycho up in your sheets, huh? What do they do with them when they get them, huh? Maybe a little napping, maybe a little snuggling.
If they sell the moon helmet, I'll buy that without question.
Maybe a little nah.
Give me the top hat moon helmet. That's all I want.
The visuals of the first Outer Worlds depicted a frontier colony in space. The Outer Worlds 2 is driven by an invasion of the Arcadia colony system by Auntie's Choice, which shifts the visuals to be more reminiscent of a World War I-like setting in space. That evolution is seen across all aspects of the game, starting with the factions. How do you militarize everything, including extreme capitalists or math-crazed scientists? In a World War I setting, war comes with propaganda. The Sovereign uses it to maintain control, Auntie's Choice uses it to help their bottom line, the Order just wants to show how it exists within the grand plan. We want players to feel like Arcadia is a living, breathing place scarred by a long-standing war. Cool. Fairfield, one of the first towns you encounter, was once under Protectorate control, but has recently been taken over by Auntie's Choice. They don't just occupy the town, they rebrand it with their signature style, repainting buildings, posting guards, and adding propaganda-based holograms featuring Auntie and the Moon Man. Showing the towns evolving after the invasion helps us push immersion for our players. One of our priorities in visually realizing the world of the Outer Worlds 2 was making sure everything is clear and recognizable from the player standpoint. We want to make sure each faction has a particular look and design. So when the player is running across these vast, different environments and landscapes, they're recognizing the motifs and visuals of who they're talking to, what they're going to be talking about, and how that progresses throughout the story.
And there's different armor
sets. The first
sets.
Outer Worlds was really about player interfacing with corporations. And while we have that in the Outer Worlds 2, we really want to express not just the corporations, but how the player interacts with other facets of the world, like government entities or religious structures. And then we elaborate on those.
With larger environments, we wanted to encourage exploration by improving player mobility across the board. Now you can run, slide, double jump, mantle and parkour your way through all of the nooks and crannies of these worlds.
They have the classic, you know, because players are dumb, right? It's like, oh, where am I going to jump? Oh, there's a yellow triangle here. That must mean I can vault over there. We're not that dumb. We don't need this. Gamers do not need this.
It really allows the player to just explore and have fun finding really cool stuff.
It's cool that they've got vaulting and more like
You aim
heights
to make
the
everything
maps,
in the Outer
though.
Worlds 2 better from top to bottom. The RPG elements were the start, but that's touched our story, our art, and especially our gameplay. A good sequel is true to the original. That's first and foremost, right? Like, we all want to add in a bunch of things as you're making a sequel, right? We want to make it bigger and better in every way. That's what we were trying to do here. And I thought, we did not need this consultant. We've made enough sequels. We understand how to do this. And I will say, I don't think it's been entirely successful.
I am very proud of the combat improvements we have made in the Outer Worlds 2, thanks to my patented combat system. You may be thinking to yourself, it can't be that good. Shush, what are you even talking about? You haven't seen it yet. Watch this. Put a helmet on, because I'm about to blow all of your minds with my COMBAT system, combat system. My name is Mark, I'm the head of sequels. Shall we begin? You're thinking, what's C for? C, capitalize the fact that the people loved the first game. We're gonna take those people, we're gonna make them buy the sequel, giving out pounds, pounds, pounds. Quick ones, ha, ha, not you, Dev. Here we go. What comes after C? O, optimize for player satisfaction. I am terrified of online gamers, okay? I wanna make them happy, so let's, okay? All right. Mobilize the players so they're ready for that sweet pre-order.
Pre-order money is good.
Clap with me. Sweet. If you don't have rhythm, Brandon, just say it. Sweet, pre-order. Everybody has a different rhythm, and it's blowing mine, and here we go. B, burglarize. What is this? It's basically just finding new ways to loot dead bodies. You know what I mean? Right, Otis? Okay, well, it's a big part of the game. A, you gotta agonize about how many people are gonna be angry that we have just put so much combat into this thing and almost no romance at all. We should look at ourselves. What is wrong with us, huh? We can't have one love story in this? How many people have been in love? Raise
Something we should really talk about in group therapy.
your hands. Raise your hand if you're in love. Okay, are you lying?
I have a wife.
Put your hand down. T, trois. In French, that means two, sequel.
I think that means 3.
Okay, you're getting ahead of yourself. Come on, Claire. We're on 2. And how do we end it?
Claire.
Anything is possible. And we've established that we're the best there is, and there's no sequel better than us. And if I could just say one more thing, thank you very much. I know I've kind of changed the world of video games today.
For the Outer Worlds 2, we wanted to improve gunplay in every way. We focused on improving the feel of each weapon, the way a weapon snaps into ADS, the way recoil feels when firing, and how impactful our sound effects really sell the weapon's fantasy, to things like how a unique reload animation can add a lot of character to each weapon.
Yes.
We've increased the variety of weapons by including new weapon types, but also through a host of fun and unique weaponry.
It's so cool. It's like my face is frozen 1 second. I've noticed that they have specifically addressed a lot of the negative feedback from the first game, especially like with weapon, gunplay, animation, sound effects, making it seem unique. There we go, I'm back.
We have
Which
things
is
like
cool.
the Bourse Blaster.
I think other companies don't acknowledge the feedback, and that's like the most frustrating things to gamers, where you've catered and built up a lot of goodwill from a massive audience like Obsidian, and then if like the game you release flops and you don't acknowledge all the valid criticism, then I feel like you just lose so much trust.
That fires out tumors that can explode like grenades, or can even be eaten by the player for additional health.
What?
we have a weapon called Rookie's Reward.
That's
that will actually
nasty.
level up the more you use it throughout the game.
Oh, dude, look at that. Look at that design. We have to look. It's the Moon Man, and the actual iron sight has the top hat. So when you look down the scope, the top hat is at the end of the gun.
That will actually level up the more you use it throughout the game.
Amazing.
And
This is the
every time it
wacky
levels up,
stuff
it's
we
got fun
wanted.
fanfare where it's like shooting out confetti and it's got a fun little setup.
Yes.
We have a really fun weapon called the pop-up gun. It fires out ad drones that will distract your enemies with corporate ads, slogans, and jingles. While your enemies are distracted, you can focus fire on them or explode these drones for additional damage.
Dude, it fires out
The more
fucking
you use it
drones.
throughout
What the
game.
hell?
And every time it levels up, it's got fun fanfare where it's like shooting out confetti and it's got a fun little setup.
It's like
We
Skippy
have a
from
really fun
Cyberpunk.
weapon called the pop-up gun. It fires out ad drones that will distract your enemies with corporate ads, slogans, and jingles. While your enemies are distracted, you can focus fire on them or explode these drones for additional damage.
That's fantastic.
New to the Outer Worlds 2 are throwables. So you can use frag grenades to flush out enemies, smoke grenades to camouflage and escape, distraction devices to bait enemies into a stealth attack.
Oh, this is so good that you have distractions now. That was such a difficult thing for stealth in the original game. Oh, it's so... Oh, I
And
might have to play...
science grenades that will levitate enemies, allowing you to fire upon them while they float helplessly.
Because I see really cool stuff like this, and I'm like, I just want to do this and play around with all the cool guns. And then I see the stealth gameplay, and I'm like, yeah, I just love playing stealth. But this looks so fun to not do. Would be a crime.
And of course, science weapons are back. We have returning favorites, like the shrink ray. This time it's been upgraded, so you can shrink your enemy down to the size of a scrap and run over them, exploding them into bits.
The shrink ray, that was probably my favorite one from the first game, so we brought it into the second game, but we improved it though. So instead of shrinking your enemies for a short period of time and having them re-expand, this time they stay shrunk, and we actually added in the ability to step on them and kind of squish them and kick them, because we knew that that was the player fantasy. We knew that's what everybody wanted to do. They wanted to step on the enemies, they wanted to kick them, so we made sure to double down on that stuff.
Lol.
In addition to things like our returning favorites, we also have some really fun and unique new science weapons. One of them is called the Armageddon. This one's really cool because it actually shoots out these masses that are like these little arms that will stick to people or cover or all kinds of different things.
Oh.
And they will continue to just hit them until they get destroyed.
That's funny. Just get
And we have
slapped
another
to
one
death.
that's just super cool called the Spectrum Dance Saber. This is a melee weapon that actually lets you attack to a musical beat. And if you
What?
continue to do that, you'll actually get additional bonuses each hit you do. One of my personal favorite weapons is called the Big Bang. It's just a big freaking gun that uses material harvested from rifts to shoot out a giant ball of energy.
Oh my
vaporizing
God.
everything in its path. Now, ammo's extremely rare for this weapon, but you can use it in just the right situation to devastating effects.
What? That's sick. Oh, it just one hit killed that boss. So it's like a fat man in Fallout.
Great one is Gary. If you wear Gary...
What the hell? This is Gary, and you can wear him. He's literally a growth on your skin. Dude, this new wackiness is going to make the Outer Worlds 2 so fun.
He will lash out at your opponents as you're walking through combat. So we even have science armors, and we've really kind of shown off what we thought was really great for the player from a science perspective.
Yes.
We're all about letting people play the game their way. There are some players who prefer to be immersed in a first-person view, taking in all of the details. But there are others who really prefer to take the world in from a third-person perspective. Why not
I feel
allow
like
both?
I'm
Well,
being listened to.
Now you can swap between the two, letting you enjoy the experience in whatever way you like.
Oh, what the slide!
One of the things I really like about having the third-person mode is being
dude.
able to see all of the fun and unique armors and armor combinations and weapons that you can equip your player with.
Do you see the ammo coming out of that gun? Dude, that looks sick.
All of the actions that you could do in first person, so you're double jumping around, you get to see your character in that way, and you get to take in the world and see things in a different
Looks
light.
like he shot himself.
The Outer Worlds 2 is really the biggest game we've ever made. Bigger choices, more reactivity, more weapons, more things to find in each of the worlds the players can visit.
The
team has done incredible work bringing the Outer Worlds 2 to life. And we can't wait for you to play it.
What the
Even though we've always been a multi-project studio, this is going to be the first time we've ever released 3 games in 1 year. It feels
These people are memeing. What the hell? What did we just see there? They're just like, we need to go back and talk about this.
Feels amazing to do. The
team has done incredible work bringing the Outer Worlds 2 to life.
This guy vomiting and peeing.
Feels amazing to do. We're so excited for more people to be playing our games. It is truly an exciting time here at Obsidian.
Sure.
We're exploring worlds big and small while expanding on franchises that we've created, and we have no plans to slow down. We hope you all continue to come along with us as we do what we do best, make your worlds your way.
Fair. I mean, that was actually a W presentation from Obsidian. We can only hope the presentation of like the Elder Scrolls 6 or whatever is like that good. That was really good. It felt like they listened to the players. I'm now even more excited to play it, actually. It looks really good.
With the Outer Worlds 2, we're all about the best place to play, which is also the promise of Xbox. You could play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox.
It's like a 2-minute ad.
It may be hard to play it when you're staring at all these beautiful holes. Let's cut that. You could play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox. Oh yeah, now that's Microsoft. Or you could take a phone call on this Xbox, then play the Outer Worlds 2 right after. Excuse me, I'm getting a call. Hello? What am I doing? I'm playing the Outer Worlds. Hello? Yeah, this is Mark. I didn't know I had jury duty today. You could play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it takes 2 people to lug around safely. We're gonna go up to my apartment, okay? And this is an Xbox you actually wear that also plays the Outer Worlds 2. What do you think, Claire?
There's anything with the screen.
Are you playing?
I think so.
Fantastic. So now this is actually not an Xbox, so you cannot play the Outer Worlds 2 on it. Can't play anything on this.
Missed opportunity to have the Alexa playing Skyrim here, but...
I guess bread. You ever play bread where you take it out of one slot, put it in the other? I don't have friends. If you pre-order the premium edition now, you'll get early access, which is like a prequel to the sequel, or is launch the sequel to the pre-order, or like, why are any of us alive at any time? It doesn't matter. Either way, my job here is done. It's time for the Grounded 2 portion of the Direct, which is sort of like the sequel to the Outer Worlds 2 portion of the Direct, which I absolutely just hit a home run with. You know, it's really nice to see my influence go on to other games. Take it away, team.
Hold the little disclaimer at the bottom.
And big exit.
We're so proud of Grounded.
Grounded 2 is
What
next
started as a small passion project to make a quirky game where you're shrunk down to the size of an ant, trying to survive in a backyard, grew into something way bigger than we ever imagined. Over 25 million of you jumped in, explored, built, crafted, and fought off giant bugs together. Y'all helped make the entire experience very special to us. The team's been cooking up a ton for Grounded 2, and we're so excited to talk about it. I had to grease some palms to steal a bit of time from the Direct to give you a deeper look.
The hell?
There's so many possibilities and ideas that didn't make it into the first game, so with the sequel, we have the chance to dream bigger. To achieve those dreams, we partnered with the amazing folks at Eidos Montreal. Together, we're taking Grounded from the backyard to an even larger world, the Brook Hollow Community Park.
When we started working on Grounded 2, we knew that we wanted to make a bigger world. Fortunately for us, Eidos Montreal became our main partner on developing Grounded 2. They have a lot of similarities to the sorts of things that are important to us at Obsidian. They tend to make very narratively strong games. They make games with really deep characters and great character progression. They make games with great gameplay.
Everyone at Eidos Montreal is thrilled and honored to be working with Obsidian Entertainment. Our 2 studios share a lot of DNA. The same things that are important to Obsidian Entertainment are important to us. Choice and consequences, player communities,
I would hope so,
and doing justice to great IPs and great franchises. The fact that we're the first partners that they're working with to make a sequel to their franchise feels like we're an important part of their history.
The events of Grounded 2 take place 2 years after the first game. The same 4 teenagers are returning.
So there's Max, Hoops, Willow, and Pete.
They're a couple years older, which means they've gone through a bit more high school, a bit more mature. It's 1992. The world's a little bit different.
They do drugs now.
But we're still in that fun, nostalgic era of the early 1990s.
The He-Man.
Grounded 2, we're moving the action out of the backyard and into the Brook Hollow Community Park. Not only is it bigger, it allows us to tell a lot more stories and expand the world of Grounded by exploring what the community of Brook Hollow has been up to and what they've been through.
The park overall is about 3 times the size of the backyard, and our initial starting area is actually the same size as the entire backyard from the first Grounded. The reason we wanted to move into a park wasn't just to create a bigger world, but was to give us the opportunity to explore the community of Brook Hollow and what secrets have they been hiding.
What we love and what we're excited about in terms of the park is the opportunity to create environments and landmarks that are mundane at normal size, but are colossal wonders when you're the size of an ant.
Yeah, I love that. That's quite fun.
Everything from a giant trash can to a community picnic table or a snack bar. All of these areas come to life in a brand new way.
Part of the fun in Grounded 2 is that the park was evacuated really quickly right before our teens were shrunk. And that means that the park has been sort of turned upside down and is in a topsy-turvy state. And that leads to really fun environmental storytelling, but it also leads into the creation of amazing biomes for our characters to explore. One of my favorite examples of this is the ice cream cart. In all of the commotion, the ice cream vendor's cart has been knocked over and its contents have spilled out into the ground. And what this means for our young adventurers is that they'll be able to explore this frozen cave of interesting challenges and colorful Lovecraftian horror.
What? That's wild.
We have one anthill that's actually somebody decided to bury a bunch of toxic stuff in the park. And so there's all these toxic chemicals underground. The environment looks very cool and very spooky with all of these sort of chemical pools. And of course, nothing can live down there except for one type of insect, the cockroach. We're
Terrifying.
oftentimes reinventing environments, and in future updates, you're gonna see a ton of new stuff. You do a lot of fighting against insects of all shapes and sizes. We didn't just want it to look better, we also knew we wanted to add a new layer of strategy. The changes that we've made aren't limited to tuning animations or adjusting attack or defense numbers or making characters or insects move faster or slower. But we did all that too, but there's also an entire sort of rock, paper, scissors strategy involving light attacks, heavy attacks, and blocking.
Parrying
We've
stuff
also
now.
added dashing as a new way to both get out of danger quickly or jump in for a quick attack.
Souls-like insect combat.
And almost all the insects in the game will have these abilities now too. Sort of like a chess match, but one that's super frenetic, looks super cool, and is ultimately just a ton of fun.
He's stabbing the scorpion with its
We're
own
gaining
stingers.
into clear playstyles for tanky warriors,
Oh,
low
cool.
defense, high damage rogues, effect-wielding mages,
Mages, what the
and
hell?
ranged hunters.
I can play a
In the
stealth
first Grounded, we
archer.
have mutations, and there were weapons and armors that
Sign me up.
favored different playstyles. In Grounded 2, not only will there be passive mutations, but there will also be active mutations. And a lot of those mutations support these archetypes.
My favorite way to play pretty much any game is chasing after those game-breaking builds. And that's why I'm so excited for what we're doing with archetypes in Grounded 2.
He's already broken it. He's made the stealth archer from Skyrim.
Now, you can even dual-wield daggers. I've been dialing in this glass cannon build that stacks ambush, assassin, and cardiofan mutations with the wolfbane daggers and the wolf spider armor. It lets me open
This is me if I was a developer. This man is cooking.
up combat with massive backstab damage that
Yes.
also inflicts venom. Then, I can use the extra stamina to reposition and try to dodge, rinse, and repeat. It's
That's
high
exactly
risk,
what
high
I want.
reward, and absolute chaos in all the best way. I'm looking forward to seeing what wild combos the community comes up with and what they inevitably break once they get their hands on the archetype system. It's going to be awesome watching it evolve with player feedback and watching us try to keep up with all of your game-breaking builds.
One of the great things about Grounded
That's the kind of attitude you want. You want your players to be making the game-breaking builds and to be having fun with the game. That is good fun. That's why we still need the spellcrafting system in the next Elder Scrolls game.
of players it attracts, from builders to crafters and everything in between. If you've ever watched me on Casually Grounded livestream, you'd know that I'm neither. I am a murderer of insects. Personally, I prefer the term harvester. I love going out, hitting things, and bringing the materials like insect body parts back to my friends to use.
Nice.
This way, we keep progressing and playing together.
We're also trying to make sure that armor and equipment are easily understood by the player, especially when they're playing co-op with their friends. It was really, really important for us to deliver on all of that for the bigger space and experience, because that was the only way we could truly support the feature the community has been asking for since the very first Grounded release. Mounts.
Oh, is that new then?
Our
Okay.
mounts, we call them buggies, have an entire suite of moves and have their own special abilities and attacks.
We really wanted
The fact you can actually like fight insects against other insects is very cool.
Buggies to be an extension of the player in every way possible. And that meant making sure that buggies had unique and valuable abilities across all the core pillars of Grounded. So that doesn't just mean exploration and travel. That has gameplay implications for combat, crafting, and building as well.
Oh, that's
just like how we
cool.
wanted to expand on player playstyles throughout the game, we're going to make sure that every buggy that we add has its own personality.
Oh, it's
The
like
Red Ant
Aragog the
Soldier can
spider.
enlist up to 2 Red Ant workers to follow you around and help you out. If you get into combat and you don't want to fight while you're saddled on your buggy, you can jump off and they'll fight right alongside you and provide support.
Ugh.
The Orb Weaver buggies are a little less useful when it comes to general utility, like building a base or harvesting, but they're awesome when it comes to combat. Sure, their defenses aren't super strong, but they're heavy hitters. They're also super fast, and they have some great special abilities, like a scream that allows them to stun lesser-powered insects, and the ability to shoot webs and entangle other creatures. So the Orb Weavers won't be your base-building buggy. You should use the Red Ant Soldier for that. But they're super fun for exploration and combat. Red Ant Soldiers and Orb Weaver Spiders will be available at game preview launch. There will be others in the future, but those are the 2 we're starting with.
Cool.
The connection that our Grounded community has with us is something we want to keep forging with the sequel as we make an even bigger game than the original.
Pretty much from day one, we knew we wanted to return to game preview for Grounded 2. Sure, it comes with some trade-offs, like
so they're doing early
the
access
game's
again.
not done and it's out to the world. But there's so much value.
That kid's...
Than the original.
Pretty much from day one, we knew we wanted to return to game preview for Grounded 2. Sure,
Look at
it comes
this.
with some trade-offs.
Why does this kid have a face on the back of his head? Right? Like, what's going on
the
there?
game's not done and it's out to the world. But there's so much value in building it alongside the community.
Now, this game looks good to me. I'd definitely
Buggies
check it out.
change how you traverse and navigate the park.
Obviously, I need friends first, but
What we're doing with
giant
Grounded 2 is
corn.
we're actually keeping zip lines held back so we can see how players engage with buggies, and then we can tweak zip lines to bring them back over time to really complement that buggy experience and make exploring the park far more fun. That kind of feedback loop helped shape the
I don't know
original
what zip
Grounded,
lines are.
and we wanted to shape the design for Brook Hollow Park, archetypes, buggies, all of it. We also learned a lot from that first time around. One thing that stood out immediately, players blaze through our content, especially the story. That makes sense. Story, characters, world building, that's kind of Obsidian's thing. It's the flavor we bring to the survival genre. So this time, we're starting with a much bigger baseline.
There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park.
How are they
Chaos
gonna make-
descended
hopefully
on a
it's not more
ceremony
grindy, though.
commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will.
One of our favorite parts of the first game was watching the community uncover clues and spin up theories. This time around, we're leaning even more into that, and we'll be keeping a close eye on
That's
what
fun.
our players discover and how they interpret it. Because you never know what might inspire us as development moves forward.
We really started to hit our groove at the end of Grounded 1. We found that being open about what we were planning and then following through was key to building trust with the community. As a small team, we had to experiment with update pacing and scope, and what we found resonated the most with all of you were bigger, beefier updates, even if it took us a little longer to land. So that's the plan. Larger, more complete updates spaced out just enough so we can take your feedback seriously and make every drop count. You can expect an
Yeah, I felt like if you just release like a tiny little update for a game, you don't really feel compelled to jump on like with your friends and go play the new content, do you? I think the Valheim process of adding like a new area of the map with a new boss is a really good way of doing it.
big updates, new buggies, new biomes, new building pieces, all the good stuff.
Yeah,
And
new biomes.
We're launching with a public roadmap so everyone knows what to be excited about in the future.
All of us at Obsidian Entertainment and IDOS Montreal are super excited about how close we are to letting all of you players get shrunk a second time and explore the all-new park on buggies in Grounded 2. If you're a returning Grounded player, we're really looking forward to you experiencing all the improvements. If this is your first time getting Tiny, then all I can tell you is that a world with an entirely new perspective and an entirely new feel awaits you in Brook Hollow Park. It's time to ride together and survive together.
The base looks cool, the treehouse space. Yeah, it looks pretty dope actually. Kind of impressed. July 29th. Wow, so that literally comes out next month. But obviously in early access. That was also a banger of a steampunk game. Tony Hawk's 2, obviously the remaster looks cool.
This is where it starts. We can change the world as we know it.
Clockwork Revolution, that was it. That looked really good.
You handle that. Let's do this. I'm in.
I'm here to even the odds. Any objections?
Who is the voice actor for that? I don't know. Like, I really recognize the voice, but I just can't think who it is.
Here's to playing in the mud.
He caught the bullet. That was sick.
They send us a hero. Here we go. Please follow me.
Hello there. I'm Scottish.
Keep your filthy pickers off me! Do you think I care?
This is gonna be awesome.
Actually, good trailer.
Mayday! Mayday! Hold on to mission control, we're falling!
Had enough yet?
It's a pity there's no Elder Scrolls 6 or Starfield. No Starfield DLC is surprising to me, I must say. No Starfield DLC. What do you guys think overall presentation? What are your thoughts? I think I actually enjoyed it. Obviously, my two favorite games are the vampire-like game from The Witcher, which I don't even know where the hell that was. This one, I don't know what the name of it was. This looks so good. This was like vampires done right. The medieval kind of combat style, everything cool about it. The boss fights. Here it is. Dawn something. The Blood of Dawnwalker coming 2026. That looks like it's going to be really good. Then the other game I really liked was the Clockwork Steampunk game. Tony Hawk's, I will play that just for me. And the Outer Worlds 2 looks really good too. So I actually thought it was there were some good games in there. Obviously not the Elder Scrolls 6. So based on GTA 6 coming out next year, I think we might see a teaser. And then I think Elder Scrolls 6 is probably 2027. I actually don't think it's that close. They've got 2 years full production so far. I think it's quite far away. But I will be streaming again tomorrow, so if you want to check out some more games, I will see you there. Farewell, and thank you so much for joining. Goodbye.